Tradition written on walls throughout halls of a Four Seasons lost. In Austin, I saw pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raining and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Man, why can't I get this deal done? This drives me nuts. On my Facebook deal. The Facebook is a mess sometimes. It really is a pain trying to get everything done, but hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I am feeling tons better, ready to go out and have some fun and do some of the things that that you need to do. So the Thunder, of course, took care of business in our revenge game, which everybody thought that they would against the Blazers. And, you know, because that's our only loss of the season, Thunder are now 17-1. Of course, SGA is doing what SGA does, but the Thunder are now 75-15 since last year. The start of last season, the Thunder are now 75-15, 75-15. And considering what our expectations were for last year and what they are for this year, the Thunder are 17-1 right now. And the only game we lost, remember, there was no Chet, no Dort, no Kaysen. I don't think Caruso played, no Chet. It was one of those games. But no J-Dub. We haven't had J-Dub in a while, so we don't even really count that. I think we're 25-1 without J-Dub or something crazy right now. So you can't really count what he is or isn't to the team at this particular point. Now, but we need him to finish the year off 100%. And the team is going to make some changes or have to, some people are going to take the seat back, everyone except SGA. He's going to do what he does. I think Chet's going to drop down a little bit. And, for sure, A.J. Mitchell's going to drop a little bit. And then, of course, everybody else is going to have to drop. That's, Isaiah Joe, that's Wiggins, all those guys' points and minutes will drop once J-Dub returns to the fold. So that being said, the Thunder, of course, got out to the game was just over for the very beginning. People were like, "Where are you going to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was going to go to the game." It's a blowout. It's a blowout. And if I wasn't now feeling better and wasn't really drinking, then it would be different. Blazers 7-10. The Thunder are now 17-1. The Blazers, of course, we beat them 122-95, and we should not have a loss. We should be undefeated right now. But, it is what it is. It's probably something that we did need to lose just to get us back refocused. But there are games where we just start out, and it's just hard. Blazers 12 for 47 from three. The Thunder 15 for 36 from three. They shot 37% from the field. We shot 52.9. Rebounds, we out-rebounded them about 49-45. And then, my stat, pips, points in the paint. Thunder 58-40. And, of course, 14 turnovers. We're just having way too many turnovers lately. But a lot of that is the fact that, SGA and the guys aren't playing in the fourth quarter. SGA has now not played in 11 fourth quarters. 11 fourth quarters he has not played. That's crazy. We played 18 games. So only 7 games he's had to play in the fourth quarter. That is just, I don't even know what to say to that. That's just crazy. It's just crazy. Just goes to show you to the Thunder's dominance, because last year we set the record for the most double-digit wins last year. Okay. We set the record. 54 double-digit wins. 54. That's a lot of double-digit wins. That's a lot. And then, of course, we finished with 66 last year, which is just another insane number. So that means every victory that we had in the playoffs was by double digits. So we either lost a close game or we won by double digits. That's what that says, which is why SGA was not happy about when they asked him how did he feel about it. He was not happy because of that one simple deal. I just, 61 to 44 bench points. I just don't even know what to say anymore about what our performance has been this year. When you look at the box scoring, it's just phenomenal how well the Thunder have played, how well they've started the season without J-Dub. Remember, all these are without Jalen Williams playing. These are our stats. This is what everybody's doing. We're just contributing. Next man up, next man up, next man up. The problem is our next man up is better than a lot of teams. Next man up. That's the issue. And plus, we do have the reigning MVP. iHeart last night, 24 minutes, 12 points, 5 for 5 from the field, 2 for 4 from the free throw lines. Guys, he needs to be 3 for 4, 4 for 5, or 3 for 4 from that minimum, 4 for 4. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 turnovers. Once again, he turned the ball over twice because putting the ball on the ground. Why are you putting the ground? What are you doing? If you're going to put the ball on the ground, make sure that there's no one around, that you're one-on-one. If there's a defender in the gap to step over, you don't have the ball handling skills to do that. Please stop that, Isaiah Hartenstein. But passing-wise, cannot complain about his passing. He's been absolutely fantastic in his passing. Chet, 27 minutes, 11 points, 5 for 14, 0 for 4. Once again, he's starting to struggle a little bit, but that will be okay. When we need him to step up in big games, he does. So you can't really go by these that much, but 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. You got to be better than that, Chet. We got to have you do. And then, of course, SGA is just the efficiency of this guy. It's insane. 31 points in 30 minutes. And this is so funny is that it's kind of like, me bringing attention to stuff. It's kind of like now all of a sudden everybody's bragging about, SGA is at 90, da-da-da. I've been saying this shit for a year, talking about him, what he's doing as far as consecutive 20-point games. I've been talking about this since last year. Now all of a sudden all these people with all these views, SGA, look at what SGA is doing. Why the hell weren't you tracking that before? Oh, that's right. You're smarter than me, or you're more social media savvier than I am, 100%, because you know how to attract viewers and likes, and that's what you do. Views and likes. That's not my thing. I just tell you the truth. I tell you what's going on. I give you the nuts and bolts of what's happening this season, which is not as popular as some of these people coming with nonsense. But I've been saying this since last year. I've been saying the fact that what SGA has been doing for the last 3 years. He and Michael Jordan, only ones that average 30 and shoot 50. Michael Jordan did it 5 straight years. SGA is on year number 4. Year number 4. They're only 2 to do it more than once. He's done it 3 times. This is the 4th time he'll do it. Shooting 50% on 30, scoring 30, shooting 50. Now, what I want him to do is do the 30 points, 50% shooting, 40% from 3, 90% from the line. 50, 40, 90. That's what I want him to get to. But he's just phenomenal. 9 for 14 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3, 10 for 12 from the free throw line, 8 assists. He's just only 2 turnovers. Assist to turnover ratio is ridiculous. Unlike everybody's favorite guy in Oklahoma City, Russell Westbrook, who was just ridiculous. Lou Dort, 21 minutes, 9 points, 3 for 4. It's about what I want him doing. It's about what I want him doing. 4 times, 5 times shots a game. I'm really happy at that. Really, really happy with that. And have 0 issues at all. Cason Wallace, what can you say? What can you say? He's a monster. Love me some Cason. In fact, is this the right? You know what? I don't know if this is the right stat line. Let me see. Thunder Blazers stats box. I think this is the old one. I don't think this was yesterday's stats because I think he shot better than this yesterday. Yeah, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. That was completely the wrong. That was completely the wrong stats. Sorry. Because when I looked at it, I'm like, that's not right. And what I did is I didn't do the box score when I did my notes to do my end game. I did not go to what I normally go to do this. So that's why it's off. Okay, because I'm like, that was from the other night. That was from the Kings. That's the stat line from SJ stat lines from the King. And so his is way better than that. Because I was looking at his stat line from the other night, and I'm like, it's way better than that. Than that, because I remember looking at it going, what the hell? What kind of stat line was he on? Okay, here are the updated stats. That was from the other day. Here are the updated stats because that was not correctamundo. Okay, that was not right. Let me see if this works better. Okay, this is much better. This is more like it here, guys. This is what SGA did. He had 37 points in 30 minutes. 37 points in 30 minutes. What's going on, Angel? What's happening? Isaiah Hartenstein, 22 minutes, 7 points, 3 for 9, 0 for 0. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He needs to be 2 for 2, but I'm going to take 1 for 2, but 2 for 2. 14 rebounds, didn't get a double-double because he didn't score, missing 3 for 9. That's not him at all. It's really not. 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 blocks. He just played great. And, of course, Chet, 25 minutes, 5 points, 2 for 8, 0 for 3. Chet did not play well. He just didn't. Lions still had 9 rebounds, 4 assists, no steals, but 3 blocks. Because of what he brings you inside, he's just a monster. And then, of course, SGA, like I was talking about earlier, 37 points in 30 minutes. 13 for 18. 13 for 18. He is just on another level. 2 for 3 from 3, 9 for 9 from the line, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals. I mean, I don't know what you need from the guy. I don't know what you need from the guy. He's not played in the fourth quarter in 11 games. 11. We've only played 18 games. That's an insane number of what our team does and what he brings and the way we've been playing. Lou Dort, 21 minutes, 5 points. Like I said, I'm not unhappy about him. 1 for 5. He's got to be better than that from 3. We've got to have him better. Kaysen Wallace, 27 minutes, 7 points. That's about what we expect out of Kaysen. Want him, 7 to 10 points is about where I want him, but he needs to be better than 3 for 9 for 1 for 5. And that's my thing with our 3-point shooting this year. It has been it's been terrible. It really has. And considering we were 5th last year, and what we were doing 3-point wise, it's just we've got to shoot the ball better because when we're making threes, you're not beating us. It's plain and simple. Jay Will, 14 minutes, 5 points, 1 for 3, 1 for 2. Jay Will is just playing 4 assists, 3 rebounds. He's just magnificent. And then, of course, when you go down the list, Caruso does what Caruso does. And what he does is defensively is what we need from him. Even though he had 1 steal, how many shots did he affected? How many steals their hands did he get deflection-wise? I mean, what does he do defensively to curb the other person when Dort is out? It's just unbelievable. And then, of course, Isaiah Joe, 24 minutes, 10 points, 3 for 7. He's got to be better from 3. 2 for 6 from 3 is unacceptable. He's got to shoot better than that. He just does. He needs to be 3 for 6, 2 for 5, somewhere around 3 for 5. That's where he needs to be. But when he starts heat checking and stuff like that, no, that does not happen. And then, of course, A.J. Mitchell. J-Dub's surprise. Remember last year when we won without J-Dub, it was by Kaysen. This year's A.J. Last year was Kaysen. So we're doing well without him. It just goes to show you we can win without everybody but SGA. That's what it tells you. That's what it tells you. AJ Mitchell, 24 minutes, 20 points. And he just played great, I thought. I thought he really played great. 8 for 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 2 for 4. I mean, I don't know what a better stat line you can have. 4 assists, only 2 turnovers, 2 steals. He's playing magnificent. And so are we as a team. That's why we are 75 and 15. 75 and 15. And when you look at our next couple games, we only have 2 games left. Both of those are cup games. Both of these are meaningful and what we need to do in our cup division. Let me see. I know that I did not put that up, and I need to start putting the cup division up because right now, Phoenix and us are tied, but we have an advantage over them because of the simple fact of what our plus minus was and the way that we beat people. Because both of our wins have been, 30 and over or something insane because we smashed Sacramento and we smashed Utah. So now we've got the Timberwolves on Wednesday and we have the Suns on Friday. So I believe both of those are cup games. So we'll see what that's going to bring and what the Thunder are going to be able to bring to the table for everybody. Because let me see. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick so I can get this down for you guys. Thunder Cup games. Okay, we play I know we play the Timberwolves Wednesday and we play the Suns on Friday. And of course, both of those games, I know the game Wednesday night will be on ESPN, and that should be a cup game, which is going to be great for us because we get to see what the court looks like. So I'm excited about that. Let me see. I'm looking for our cup games. Tuesday, Wednesday, Detroit at Boston. It doesn't look like that's a cup game for us, which is kind of crazy because I thought that would be a cup game for us. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Yes, that is a cup game. And then I guess the Suns is not, so that's a cup game in the T-Wolves, and we're right up there with the Suns, so that's a big cup game and a definite need for us. And then of course SJ will have his 91st straight game, scoring 20 points or more, and then 91st, and then the Suns it'll be his 92nd, tying Wilt Chamberlain for the second most in NBA history. And like I said, my biggest frustration has been with this whole deal is that when KD had the record at 72, the NBA's deal was, Kevin Durant has the all-time record for the most 20-point games in a row since the merger, which is the ABA-NBA merger, okay, which eliminated Wilt Chamberlain and Oscar Robertson, who Wilt had 126, 92, and then Oscar Robertson was at 70, whatever he was. Those were the records, the actual records. But when KD held the record since 2017, it was he has the most in NBA history since the merger. As soon as SGA takes over, it becomes SGA is the fourth most in NBA history. That's still the lack of respect still sends towards us, people. Don't get twisted. That bothers me that they do that, and it should bother you that they do that. I'm like, how is that possible? How is it when KD owned the record, it was the most since the NBA merger, the ABA and NBA merger. As soon as the SGA takes over, he's fourth. Now, for all those people who are posting about SGA's streak, why don't you post about that, which I'm sure you probably will. Now that I'm talking about it, just like you did about SJ's numbers, now you're talking about it. All you guys who supposedly know stuff. That is crazy to me. It's disrespectful to me. How about us talking about Oklahoma City setting the record for 54 consecutive double-digit wins last year? That's not brought up. How about any of those things? How about SGA not playing in 11, not played in 11 of our 18 victories this year, or 17 victories? How about let's talk about that? It just frustrates me because of the simple fact of what our team is doing. That was 75-15 since last year. SGA has 90 straight games that he scored 20 points or more, which, of course, like I said, he'll tie Wilt on Friday. How is that possible? How is that? We've got 12 double-digit wins this year. Excuse me, 9 double-digit wins this year out of 18 games. Nobody's talking about how great our team is and what SGA is doing. Why is that? I don't know why this. Can you help me with that? I don't understand it. I really, really don't get it. And it frustrates the hell out of me. It really does, because I'm like, what we're doing is historic. None of y'all are talking about it. None of y'all are talking about what we're doing. You're sitting there talking about the Lakers and LeBron and all that nonsense. What about the Thunder? Look at what we're doing. We're dominating, and you don't even bring us up. You're still talking about Luka and LeBron. I mean, come on. Can we not get any respect, any love whatsoever? It drives me crazy. And here's the Thunder shooting percentage as of now. SGA averaging 32, 54% from the field, 40% from three, 89.9. And what did I say? I want him 50, 40, 90. So he's already averaging 30, which I want. He's averaging the 50, which I like. Now he's shooting 41% and then 90% from the line. So if he can build that up and do average 30, shoot 50, shoot 40 from three, shoot 90% from the line, and we have the best record in history of the NBA, and he's had my over-under, what did I say? The question of the day was over-under 25. Well, he's at 11, so I had to move it to 30 to make it at least somewhat hard. Because at 11 out of 18 games he hadn't played in the fourth quarter, let's at least make it somewhat where it's manageable to where it's 30 instead of 25 on the rate he's going. He'll be at 22 after 34 games. He'll be at 22. Now, granted, we haven't played a lot of great teams, so that has a lot to do with it. Our schedule has been packed with a lot of games, but not against really, really good teams at this point. Chet, 18 points a game, 56% from the field, 33% from three, 83% from the line. A.J. Mitchell, third leading scorer. Like I said, I believe when J-Dub gets back, Chet's numbers will stay probably around the same. A.J. Mitchell's numbers, I believe, will drop a little bit because J-Dub should be averaging around 20 a game. It's going to take him a while to get in shape, but that's what I think. Aaron Wiggins, when he gets back, 14.8, that's going to drop. Isaiah Joe, 13.8, that's going to drop. And the reason why they're going to drop, the numbers are going to drop, is because their opportunities to score will drop. Because a lot of those shots that they're getting, of Isaiah Joe's shots, 3 or 4 of those are going to be taken by J-Dub. A.J. Mitchell's shots, 3 or 4 of those are going to be taken by J-Dub. Chet, 2 or 3 of his shots will be taken by J-Dub. So J-Dub could get in his 15 to 20 shots. So now the reason why I say SGA doesn't, his is not going to be effective because, one, he's efficient, number one. And number two, he's really the only guy really on our team. If he really wants to go get a bucket, no matter who's guarding him, he can go get a bucket. Now, A.J. Mitchell can, depending on who's guarding him. But like I said, when J-Dub gets back, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day, when J-Dub gets back, what's going to happen is this. A.J. Mitchell won't be going against the best defensive player when SGA is on the bench. Because when he's playing with SGA, he gets the second best defensive player. When J-Dub gets back and J-Dub is on the floor, he will get the second best defensive player. J-Dub will get the first. So that's going to benefit AJ right there, being able to score just like it does with SGA. But what I do want SGA or J-Dub or AJ Mitchell to improve is his three-point shots. He's 33.8. Bro, you need to be 40. 38, 40, 42. You got to be up. You're getting wide open looks. Work on your three, and your points will stay around 14, 13, 14, maybe 15 a game, somewhere around there. You're going to lose a little bit. You just are because of J-Dub coming back. And when you look at, oh my God, what's my boy's name? John, my boy Mark Love. Mark Love's Terrence. He plays for Charlotte. Terrence Mann. His numbers have gone up since he left, and I believe AJ Mitchell's going to be about the same. They're going to make more money playing for somebody else than they're going to make for us. Now we got to steal by getting AJ Mitchell for $8 million, but of course, based on where he was at and what he's doing, that's a lot of money. Now if he continues what he's doing and continues on his pace, AJ Mitchell will eventually make some money. But the Thunder have got a great steal in him, which is a good deal at the time for him last year. At that time, that was a great contract for him because he wasn't playing. He had just came back. He had been hurt. So the Thunder was smart in going ahead and securing him. Now, let's face it, A.J. Mitchell is $20 million or so, $25 million, somewhere around there. That's where he's going to be. He's going to be somewhere, 80, $100 million, somewhere around there is where we're going to have to pay him on his next contract, 100% if he continues to go with the way he's doing, or we're going to need to trade him. Like Aaron Wiggins, once again, is hurt. He's not back yet. Isaiah Joe, like I said, 13.8, 44% from the field, 41 from three. His numbers from three-pointers slowly going down. They need to be around 45. You're shooting wide open threes, bro. You got to be able to knock those down. It's when team starts moving him back from the three-point line, that's when he starts missing more. But when he's right at the three-point line, either in the corner or the wings, hey, he's deadly as they come. So we got to get him back on the line and not shooting back so farther back, because that extra 6 inches, that extra foot matters. It really, really does. Isaiah Hartenstein, 12.1 points per game, 67% from the field, 66% from the free throw line. And like I said, that used to bother me until last year when he got the playoffs, and then he was shooting 70-something%. So his free throw shooting does not bother me. But I would like for him to make sure he doesn't get fouled enough. But when you get fouled, bro, you need to be about 75-80%. Come on. And I know you're not used to being such a focal point of the offense, but he is here in Oklahoma City, whereas he wasn't anywhere else. So that's the difference. And with his no such word, again, what announcer for the Thunder, there's no such shot as a push shot, bro. Now, you may think you're cool, but against basketball, with basketball people who are efficient basketball knowledge, you're an idiot saying that. You're making yourself look dumb. You think you're cool. You're not. Nobody calls it a push shot. There's no such words. Fortunately for you, you are the announcer for the Oklahoma City Thunder. You would not be the announcer for the Philadelphia 76ers, the Lakers, the Bulls, the Clippers, the Miami Heat, the Dallas Mavericks, Houston Rockets, anybody with any kind of New York Knicks. You can't say stuff like that. You will get ran out the city. You'll get ran out the city. But because you're in Oklahoma City, you can get away with that. Because this is a football state, not a basketball. Even though it's slowly trying to morph into a basketball place, this is still 100% football. Queso Wallace, love me some queso. 8.6, 42.3, 37%. Love Queso. Love him. Lou Dort is doing what Dort does. His numbers are going up. Dude, you got to shoot better than 32% from three. Got to shoot better. You need to be about 38, 40% as much as you're shooting. As many threes you're shooting. Got to be better. But he and Wallace, 90% from the line, 92% from the free throw line. If you get fouled, you make your free throws. That's an extra bonus that you cannot miss. Alex Caruso, like I said, I love me Caruso. I just do. 5.8. We don't really care about that. 40%, 36%. His numbers from three are starting to go up, just like Casey Wallace's are starting to go up. because they were at 20 or 18 or something stupid, and they are going up. So we do like that. And then, of course, Jay Will, his numbers are going up from 30%. It was at 12 or something stupid. And so Jay Will's 3-point shots, like we said, has to go up. If you're getting wide open shots, you have to make them. You just do. And then with our team stats, these are the overall team stats for the Thunder this year, 122.6. That's fifth in the league as far as scoring points. 105.7. That's number one defensively, which is what we expect out of a team that does what we do. Field goal percentage, we're now at 58.2%, 58.4%, I'm sorry, from mid-range. A lot of it has to do with SGA. And then, of course, all the dunks that we're getting by attacking the basket, and Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet and Jay Will finishing down low. 46.9, once again, look, we're number one in not giving up points. We're number one in field goal percentage. Now, here's the area that concerns me. 36.1, we're 17th in shooting threes. But we're 20th in opponents shooting against us. That's concerning. But once again, when we play against good teams, what is that going to look like? You can't shoot like that against good teams. You can't let them shoot that high. You just can't. And that's the issue that scares me about the Thunder and what we're doing thus far. Makes me a little nervous. It just does. Free throw percentage, 84.5, number one, which we like. 77.9, which is kind of a dumb stat to me to post, really, and I've said this before, because we don't really control what another team does. If they're shooting bad, they're shooting bad, but we don't really control what another team is shooting. We just don't. We just have no way to control that. Pips, points in the paint. We're 12th as far as scoring. We're first as far as opponents. And remember, we've got to get that up because last year we were really high. What were we last year in pips, points in the paint? I want to say we were, let me see if I can find that real quick. Let me see. Team stats, save that. Last year we were 11th during the playoffs, and during the season we were 7th in pips and points in the paint. And right now, we're 12th. So we're about where I thought we were higher than that, but okay, I'll take that. But we're number one once again in giving up points in the paint. We're at 38.3. Last year, points in the paint, we were 47.3, which was 7th during the season. Oh, excuse me, that was 23-24. I went way back too far. Okay, here we go. Okay, pips, points in the paint, we were first at 41.7. So we're giving up less. And so we were number one last year. So that's what I thought. And we were 11th as far as scoring. And we are now 12th. So that's about right. Okay, that makes me feel a little better when I look at those stats numbers. Steals, of course, we're first, and then taking care of the ball, we're fifth, 7.9. Is what we store away as steals. People steal the ball on us. That's fifth. That's great. That's top 5. You want to be there. Blocks, we now moved all the way up to 6th. And then, of course, teams blocking us, we're second. I should have that highlighted. The teams don't block. We don't get a lot of our shots blocked. We just don't. Turnovers, once again, we're ranked second. Our opponents were third. So, in other words, we're stealing the ball. We're second. As far as the people stealing the ball from us, we're third. So we're taking care of the basketball. Steals and turnovers, we're taking care of the ball. But we are high right now. We really are. We were at 11 last year is what we were. 11. We were at 11 point something, I think. I think that's right. 11 point whatever last year. And 11.6 we were in turnovers last year. So we are high a little bit. But once again, 7 games, SJ hadn't played the fourth quarter. So, I mean, does that affect that? Yes, it does. Offensive rebounds, we're 25th, and we're now 10th as far as giving up. Remember, 2 years ago, what were we? 30th, 29th. We're now 10th. We take care of the basketball. We do not give up offensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds are important because what offensive rebounds do is offensive rebounds allows the other team to get extra shots and extra possessions. So you don't want that to happen. As far as scoring, second quarter, 29.9, we're sixth. And remember, we do our damage more in the third quarter than anything else. And we're one as far as number one, our opponents not scoring on us in the second quarter. Like against who was it the other night? The Jazz shot 44, had 44 points in the first quarter. They had 44 points in the whole second half. So there you go. That really affects what happens with us right there. The second quarter, we start making a move, and it's on the defensive side by not allowing our opponents to score. We're number one, only giving up 26.2 points a game in the second quarter. That's when we start making our run. Fourth quarter, once again, it's kind of a hard stat because of the simple fact that we're not, SGA is not playing. Now, we usually start the quarter with AJ, Kaysen, who is it normally in the fourth quarter? I have it right here. I can tell you who we normally start the fourth quarter with. We normally start the quarter with AJ, Kaysen, Caruso, Chet, and Ihart. That's who we normally start the fourth quarter with. So those guys are in. So a lot of that has to do with the fact that we make a lot of run defensively, and that's why we're second. So we're first in the second quarter right before the half, and we're second in the fourth quarter at the end of the game, closing teams out. And that's simply because of what we're doing to people defensively. So we got to keep that part up and running. Take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up over there. They love to take care of you and make sure everything is fantastic. Oak Grove Trucking. If you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, my guy Jose Fierro is the dude. Y&B, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or go into the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB, 66 steps from US 66 as well. YNB Eastwards off the Parkway at US 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway with South Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40 right there in front of the hospital and right in front of the Fairfield Hotel, not the Fairmont. YNB Peoples located on 23rd and Bethlehem between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760, and we were there last Friday. In fact, I screwed up because I put it under, I did switch it to this after the or to the Unpopular we did after the storm there, and that's why people are like, "What the hell is this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know I screwed up. My bad." But anyway, great time there at Woodland Hills Mall. Patty took very good care of us. She was fantastic. The whole staff was good. Loved the setup. Cannot wait to go back there in a couple of months to do another show. There at Woodland Hills Mall. And then, of course, I got to go by Tisdale's and do some stuff with them, too, as well. So that was great. Tisdale Cigar Bar, Cigar Lounge. It was fantastic. And Rodney took very good care of me. The food, the drinks were great. Great selection of cigars there as well. But anyway, Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, great location. The Penn Square Mall here in Oklahoma City. The West Dillards is the women's department. The East Dillards is the men's department. Then, of course, Town East Mall in Wichita, which we're going to go to sometime in 2026. I don't know when. Overland Park, if we make a trip there, it will probably be during the March Madness. If we're going to make a trip, that would be the time that we go to Overland Park when we have a Friday or a Saturday weekend off. That would be the time we do that. Park Plaza Mall in Little Rock, South Plains Mall in Lubbock, and the Westgate Mall there in Amarillo, Texas. Amarillo. Amarillo. That's funny. Amarillo. It's Amarillo, but Amarillo. I don't know why people say Amarillo. That makes no sense to me, but it does. It happens that way. So now yesterday in the NBA, as far as scores, there was a lot of games and some important games yesterday in the NBA. And here is a breakdown of what happened. The Heat beat the Sixers 127-117. Excuse me, the Heat beat the Sixers 127-117. Once again, the Sixers, I just don't know. I mean, Tyrese Maxey is playing out of his damn mind, but I just don't know. And it's so funny is when they beat the Bucks. It's so funny is that uh, Doc Rivers used to be the coach of the Sixers, and he had asked Tyrese Maxey because he wanted Maxey to get more playing time to go down to G League so he could get more reps, and Maxey said no. And so he had 50 against them the other day, and he goes, I got 50, I got 50. Check that out, I got 50 against you, the coach who wanted to give him more playing time. I don't think that was his point was that I'm trying to get you more reps to get you ready because I believe in what you're doing. But the way Maxie took it was like, that's a demotion for me. The G League is nothing. I want to stay up here, even though I'm sitting the bench and getting the minimum minutes. I still want to be with the fellas to see how it works, which ended up being once they traded, Doc Rivers left, Maxey has been on a tear ever since. The Nets and the Raptors took care of business 109 over the Nets. It's the Nets. It's the Nets. The Mets, the Jets, the Nets, the Clippers, and the Browns. And I should add the Panthers to that as well. And then we probably can add some NBA teams to it too. Magic and Celtics. Celtics took care of business over the Magic. Nice win for the Celts. Hornets and Hawks. Hawks took care of business. Hey, they're winning without Trey, which is kind of hard to fathom, but it was the Hornets. It's the Hornets. Clippers and Cavs. The Cavs took care of business. Yay, Clippers. Keep losing. Remember, we have their picks, guys. We want the Clippers to be in the lottery for us a chance to make a huge splash because this draft is strong. And the Thunder, if we could get in there, man, that would make it really nice. I don't think Utah is going to give us any draw. I don't think we're going to get anything out of them. If anything other is protected, I think it's if they get 6 or they're 6th or worst, they keep their pick. So I don't know how we're going to do with that. But anyway, the Cavs beat the Clippers. Of course, we took care of the Blazers. The Suns beat the Spurs. And the Spurs, without Victor, they're going to win some games, but against good teams, that's not happening. And then, of course, the Lakers beat the Jazz in Utah, which is a hard thing. As we both know, or as we all know, that's not an easy thing to accomplish. Here are the standings as of this morning for the Western Conference and Eastern Conference, and this is where the Thunder stand as far as everybody else. That West is just, guys, the West is just nasty. It just is. The Thunder 17-1, winners of 9 in a row, and that's only second to who? The Pistons at 12, and of course the Raptors are sneaking in there at 9, at 7 in a row. But the Thunder, 9 in a row. Lakers are creeping. Get LeBron back to 12-4, only 4 games back, winners of their last 4. LeBron came back, they got a W, so you got to appreciate what the Lakers are trying to do. But of course, LeBron, I think it's a deal where he can only miss 2 more games. And then he's not eligible to be for any awards because you have to play 65 games. And so I'm wondering if they're going to try to hold him back. But that's a streak. He's got 21 All-NBAs. He's going to keep that alive. The Nuggets, 12-4. Losers of their last one, they just got beat. So we'll see. They'll bounce back. The Nuggets are the Nuggets, and the Rockets are the Rockets. To me, the best 5 teams are the Thunder, the Lakers, the Rockets, and the Pistons. Thunder, Lakers, Nuggets, Rockets, Pistons. Those are the 5 best teams in the league, to me. And we'll show, I'll have my NBA power rankings after this so you can kind of see what I was talking about there. The Rockets, 10-4, losers of their last one, only 5 games back. But that's just, when I break down and I see who we want to play, I'd rather 1-4, even though I don't know if it's going to end up 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. But if it does, I don't want to play the Rockets first. I don't. I'd rather play the Nuggets first. The Lakers and Rockets beat the hell out of each other. Or I'd play the Lakers first. But I don't want the one team that I'm scared of, that whole group the most afraid of, is the Rockets. That's the one team that makes me nervous more than any other team, is that team. The Rockets make me nervous. They just do. We don't match up well against them, but the other teams don't match up with us. Nuggets, they don't match up with us. Lakers, they don't match up with us. Spurs, they are a dark horse. When we play them, if they have Victor and he's healthy, then I have a better feel for them. But I don't. They make me nervous. They make me nervous. They really do. I think that Victor has made a bigger jump from Chet than what they were in the beginning 2, 3 years ago. But they make me a little nervous. They just do. They talk about the Rockets. The Spurs, of course, make me nervous. 11-5, they're doing well without Victor. Once again, they got De'Aaron Fox back. Makes all the difference for Sales playing well. They've got a good squad down there. They really, really do. They're building something there, and I'm glad they didn't get Cooper Flag because that would have been unfair. How the hell do you go in the tank? You get David Robinson. You go in the tank. You get Tim Duncan. You go in the tank. You get Victor Wembanyama. You go in the tank again. Well, you don't really go in the tank. Victor got hurt, and then you almost get Cooper. Really? That's insane. What are they doing down there? They're in San Antonio. They're doing something. The Suns 11-6. We have them on Friday, so we'll see how they're playing. They're winners of their last three. They're on a little bit of a roll. The T-Wolves 10-6. They've lost their last one, so we'll have them on Wednesday here in a cup game. Game is going to be on ESPN, so that's going to be a good game to watch and see what happens with that. I'm looking forward to that game. Then, of course, which is crazy, we have the 6th and 7th team come in. We have the 7th ranked team on Wednesday and the 6th ranked team on Friday in the West. So that's a huge week for us to finish out our 20 games. And remember, last year, after 20 games, we were 15-5, and we finished 16-14. So depending on what we're in, I think, like I said, we should be 18-2 at worst, probably 19-3 is what I think. Excuse me, 17-3 would be our worst, or 18-2. But I'm going to take 18-2, 19-1. If we can do 19-1, that'd be fantastic. I'm not going to be mad about it at all. But the worst we can be is 17-3. And that's 2 games ahead of where we were last year, which puts us at 70 wins. If we continue what we're doing, that puts us at 70 wins. If we go 18-2, that could put us at 71. If we go 19-1, that could put us at 72. That's a huge, huge thing. If we see, because remember, that's what's that gaining 4 games? And we're 68, that puts us at 72. So that's a huge thing. In the East, I told y'all before the season, watch the hell out for the Detroit Pistons. I said that before the season because of what they were building last year. It's kind of like what I said about us 4 years ago. Watch what we're doing after we start that, right after the 21-22 season. I said, watch the hell out for us, because you could see that development of SGA and Josh, and what Dort was doing and what we were doing as a team defensively. It's locking you up defensively, SGA closing the door. The next year we had 40 wins. Still the only person to say we won 40 games. We were going to win 40. I called it out in the beginning. Everybody told me I was crazy. We were projected to win 23. And then, of course, last year we had it down perfection and won it at 24-25. The Raptors are sitting in second place in 7 games. I don't see that. I don't see that maintain. I don't see that. I think that's good. They're playing early. I'm not buying stock at all in the Raptors maintaining the second place. I don't. I could be wrong, but I just don't see that. I just really don't. The Cavs 12-6, winners of the last 2. They're still, when Darius Garland gets back healthy and they're rolling, they get used to playing each other, they're going to be a handful. I just think that they will. But they still have some issues to figure out. Heat, 11-6, winners of their last 4. Great organization starting out from the ownership all the way down with Pat Riley, all the way down to exposure to coach, to what the culture that they built. It matters. It matters. The Hawks 11-7, winners of their last 2 without Trey. That's the one thing that's really shocking me. The Raptors shocked me more than anything, but the Hawks are right there. Them being 11-7 without Trey, I did not see that coming, and Trey is too good. He's too central to this team succeeding in what they need to do for them to be doing this now. It's on the early slide. Okay, you can say that, but overall, I just don't really see them. I just don't see them continuing this. I really, truly don't. But anyway, let's get our hats off and clap to the Hawks. Winning without Trey, I just don't see it maintaining, though. He's just too good and what he brings to the table for them to continue that streak. The Knicks, 9-6. Losing the last one, I think they're still trying to figure out with the new coach and how they're going to be set up, because they were set up more for who their former coach was, Thibodeau, and then Mike is coming in trying to figure out how to make all that work. I think it's going to take them a little bit, but this is if they're going to win without Jason Tatum being out. This is the year. This is the year. The Bulls are winners of one. I'm still not a buyer in the Bulls, even though Kobe White's not back yet. I'm still not a purchaser in them. I'm just not. I'm not buying anything in them. I think they're okay. I think they're going to be another play-in tournament if they're in at all, but they will be in the play-in. That's the way I look at the Bulls. Sixers, I know a lot of people like them. I don't. I love Maxey, but I don't think without Embiid, they're not the same team. And Paul George is a shell of who he was. Boy, he was really, really good. Man, he was really good. And then, of course, the Magic lose of one, and the Magic are 10-8. They're still trying to figure out who they are as a team, how to fit Desmond Bain into what they're trying to accomplish. Losing KCP, it's really hurt them more than I think they thought it was going to. Celtics, they're just playing the way they're playing. 9-8, 5.5, winners of last three. But without who they need to have, they're not anywhere close to the team that we need them to be or expect them to be. And then, of course, this week's power rankings from Matt's Power Rankings are this week beginning today. This is where I have everybody standing. Like I said, the Thunder, the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Pistons, those are the five best teams or the four best teams in the league, along with the Cavs. Okay? That's the five best. Then I put the Lakers. The Lakers and the Cavs, they're 5, 6, 6, 5, whatever. They're 5A, 5B to me. Lakers and the Cavs, 5A, 5B. But we're going to see what both of them are like. The Suns at 7, I like what they're doing. The Spurs, they're winning without Victor, without Wembanyama. So you got to give a shout out to who they are as a group and what they're trying to do. Of course, getting De'Aaron Fox back is not a detriment at all. At all. It's not. And then the Raptors, winners, you got to give them some love. They've won 7 in a row. Okay? Can't discount that. You got to give some love. And then, of course, the Knicks are still struggling, but, you can't discount what the Knicks have been and what the Knicks are doing. You can't. You really can't. And so when I look at the NBA and I look at what's going on with the NBA, you still got some work to do. The Thunder, we're 17-1. We're 75-15 in our last since the beginning of last year. But don't get me wrong, the best thing in the world, Van Fleet getting hurt, helped us out tremendously against Houston. The Nuggets have regrouped by adding whatever, bringing Bruce Brown back. Bruce Brown back. They've gotten better. The young guys have gotten better. Jokic is doing what Jokic does. And let's face it, Murray is a playoff guy. He's not a season guy. Their bench has gotten better. So they're a better overall team in what they're trying to accomplish, no doubt. So they've gotten better. The Lakers, they're still trying to figure out what they're doing. The Lakers, to me, like I said, don't scare me as much because they just don't match up with us. They just don't. They just don't match up with us. And remember, in every sport, you have to get lucky in who your matchups are, who you're playing against, and when you play them, if you play them. And like I said, the Rockets scare the hell out of me. The Lakers scare me, but not to scare the hell out of me. The Spurs scare the hell out of me when Victor gets back. They scare the hell out of me. But the Lakers just scare me because they don't match up with us. Now, it's hard for us to we match up better with them because really they've got Luka and LeBron. Now we've got Caruso. You've got, unfortunately, LeBron is old. And then you've got Dort. And you've got Kaysen playing the way he plays, who's leads the NBA in steals. So defensively, we really have no weaknesses. Chet can play the perimeter. J-Dub, when I look at this, we have Dort, Caruso, Kaysen, J-Dub, SGA, Chet, Ihart. That's your 7 out front defenders. Wiggins, that's 8. K. Rich, if Kendrick Williams, if you need, that's 9. These guys can all guard the perimeter, move their feet really well out there. Then plus with our help defense and where we slide over, makes all the difference. So those are the teams that make me nervous. Okay? So, like I said, it depends on who you play and when you play them. And if the way it stands right now, I don't want to see the Rockets first round. Even though I think we can beat them, it's going to be tougher because we're a harder matchup with them than anybody else. Everybody else really doesn't match up with us, but we don't really match up with them so well. So that's the one team that makes me nervous. It really does. Okay, and the NFL scores yesterday was some great games. Yesterday, 2 overtime games, of course. The Steelers lost to the Bears. Caleb Williams doing great, but the Steelers, once again, highest paid defense, not playing like it, bunch of old guys. But you got a defensive coach who can't get it. I mean, I love some Tomlin. He's had a winning record for, 18 straight years or something stupid, whatever it is. But the Steelers, once again, now they're not even first place anymore in their own division after getting a lead, and now Lamar's back for Ravens. Not a fan of the Steelers. Patriots, Bengals. Patriots seem to be for real. Now, what they're going to accomplish and what they're going to do from there, we'll see. But they seem to be for real. Giants and Lions. Lions took care of business, 34-27 over the Giants. What can you say? What can you say? Giants, once again, blowing a big lead. Defensive coordinator fired. Yeah. That's all I can say about that. Once again, it's ridiculous. But, I might almost have to add my Giants into that list of teams. Vikings and Packers. JJ, not the guy. When they got him, I didn't understand the move of all the guys you can get. You didn't want to pay Sam Darnold. Whatever reason, you're coaching him and you're in there every day. You know what he can and can't do, and you didn't want to pay him a bunch of money. So he's now down with the Seahawks, winning games for them, which, of course, they lost to the Titans. And, what can you say? What can you say? The Vikings. And then you look at the Seahawks. Seahawks, good team. I'm with them. I'm not paying Sam Darnold a gazillion dollars, but the Titans hit him in the mouth and kept hitting. It's like, what does Mike Tyson say? Everybody thinks they're a fighter until they get hit in the mouth. And that's facts. And then, of course, the Chiefs had to win. Had to win. 23-20 in OT. And their offensive coordinator, Matt Nagy, I've never been too big of a fan of his. They have not performed the way they should perform with him, I don't think. But, whatever. Jets, Ravens. The Ravens beat the Jets 30-23. It was 23-10. It should have been the other way around. That was not the score. And then, of course, the Raiders and the Browns. The Browns, Shador Sanders. Now, Shador, quit talking about yourself. You need to talk about what your team did, even though I know that he's frustrated and he got to speak. And he's a little frustrated on the way he was treated, which I get it. But, bro, you've got to get rid of all that. And I'm sure his dad will talk to him, and he'll change his tune now that he's starting again. But when your coach can't do whatever, something about him that Stefanski just does not like. And I was listening to some guys this morning on ESPN, dude, you can say what the hell you want to. This guy didn't give him any reps. But when Dylan was the second string quarterback, he got reps with the first team. You gave him no reps with the first team whatsoever. And the reason why you did that is because you didn't want, for whatever reason, there's something going on. It just is. Now, conspiracy theory, whatever the hell you want to call me, there's something up there. It's just ridiculous. And you look at what his team is doing for them. These guys are like, oh, well, he had this flag. Doesn't matter. He's got the team on his side. He's better than Dylan Gabriel. There's no way you can tell me he's not. I've seen Dylan Gabriel play. Dylan is a nice quarterback, but he's a backup. He's not a starter. Stefanski did everything in his power to build Dylan Gabriel up. Everything. But he ain't the guy. But I like Dylan. but he ain't the guy. Cardinals and Jaguars. Jaguars took care of business. 27-24 was bad for the Chiefs because the Jaguars hold the tiebreaker against the Chiefs. Not good for the Chiefs. They need the Jaguars to lose. Eagles, Cowboys. Cowboys scored 24 unanswered. The Eagles, it's just, I don't understand what's going on there. I just don't. I don't get it. I really don't understand what they're doing there. I'm confused. Saints and the Falcons. The Falcons took care of business 24-10 over the Saints. Nice win for them. It's the Saints. It's the Saints. What can we say? They need to go back to doing bags over their heads. Buccaneers and Rams. It was the other way around. The Buccaneers got smashed by the Rams. And sorry about that, but I'm a basketball guy, not a football guy, so it is what it is. But, so, anyway, Thunder are off tonight. Tomorrow night, much needed rest for what's getting ready to happen to the Thunder. We've got a schedule coming up. It's going to be really ugly. And this is our schedule coming up, okay? We have the T-Wolves Wednesday. We have the Suns on Friday, which SGA will tie the record. Then we go to Portland on Sunday, which SGA will break the record, unfortunately, there. Then we have the Golden State Warriors in don't mess me up. Then we have the Golden State Warriors after that. Then we have the Mavericks at home. And then we have the Jazz, and then that's when the Cup takes over after that. So we'll see what happens once the Cup starts. But, like I said, my thing and what I want to do is I want to win the Cup and the chip. I want to win the Cup, and I think we have a sour taste in our mouth about last year. And my boy Rod Meyer, he was telling me, yeah, he goes to the NBA Cup. Went last year because he goes for the rodeo there every year in Vegas. So he's going to go back for that, which is going to be a fun trip for him. I'm a little jelly about that. I can't say that I'm not. So anyway, that being said, everybody have a fantastic day. Remember, 2025 World Champions. Thunder up. Peace out.